Hello, this is Brian Vickery, your Analytic Health Coach, and today we're going to talk about day 14 of the 21-day Path to Primal. So we're 2/3 the way on our journey of 21 days. So from a nutrition standpoint, we're going to get back to tracking our macronutrients again. Notice this hasn't been a big deal throughout this process. We don't want you, or I don't want you, being dictated by a number and feeling like you just have to stress on what my numbers are for the day. But it's still good to occasionally see if you're landing in the sweet spot to match your goals. So whether it is your chronometer or your Fit Day or your MyFitnessPal, go out there and track everything. So your meals as well as your snacks throughout the day, even your drinks. Really, if you can keep your drinks to your black coffee or your tea or your water, that's going to be the best for it. But if you're drinking anything else, then you need to be tracking those as well. Those can be definitely hidden sources of sugars in our diet that can absolutely derail any program. But we're going to track these things and just see how we're doing. We're going to try to keep our carbohydrates, look at it from a carb curve standpoint. Anything below 50 grams of carbs, that's in a lot of cases what's called ketosis, okay? And ketosis has its advantages if you're going for that rapid weight loss and you're wanting to accelerate becoming a fat burner, although I'll say do not try to jump straight into it. That's something that's going to take time, and really this 21 days is a nice ramp, a nice runway to get to the point where you could actually start playing around with ketosis. But right now we're going to stay in that 50 to 100 range, which should still be adequate for you to see benefits not only in terms of fat loss but in terms of body composition. Later on we'll maybe even be comfortable with hitting 100 to 150, and that should allow us to maintain what our target weight, what our desired weight was going forward. And keep in mind the standard American diet is going to be in excess of 300 grams. It is set up to lead us into an obesity and chronic disease path. So for now, keep it to 50 to 100 and track your macronutrients that way. Now, tomorrow, very important, tomorrow is our first intermittent fast. So I'm giving you this warning now so you can start preparing yourself every other way for I'm going to go for as long as I can without eating tomorrow. So right now we're going to track our calories and so on, and then if we stop at 7, 8 o'clock tonight, then we're going to see how long we can go the next day without inducing any calories, without taking any calories in, okay? And that's why it's called an intermittent fast, because we're not fasting for days. We're not, going to go that long to where hunger just drives us nuts, but we're just going to take a little baseline and see where we are by doing this intermittent fast and going as far as we can tomorrow without consuming any calories. From exercise standpoint, guess what? You get a rest day. So we've been doing a pretty good job of getting exercise every day of this 21-day program. So right now, we're going to chill out. We're not going to do anything. We're going to rest. We're going to kind of get an assessment of how our body feels, how it's responded over the last 14 days to what we've put it through in terms of this program. And even from a lifestyle standpoint, it kind of dovetails with what we're doing from lifestyle, in that we're going to reflect back on the previous days of this program and see how far we've come, see what we've just adapted to very well, see what we've struggled with. But overall, pay attention to the journey, enjoy this journey. Remember, it's not supposed to be about struggle, it's not supposed to be about suffering, and if it is, then we need to curtail some of that and pull it in, perhaps when it comes to our workouts, perhaps when it comes to, we don't need to have guilt when it comes to eating. Remember, this is something we're supposed to savor, we're supposed to enjoy. But take a look at those type of things, be prepared for that intermittent fast tomorrow, and this is Brian Vickery, your Analytic Health Coach.